What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to do the 90-gallon part 4, except this time things are a little bit different. So I decided finally that if I don't record a video of the 90-gallon, I'll never record one again because it's been such a chaotic mess for the last couple weeks. Oh, is it starting to focus? Let's focus a little more on the 90-gallon tank. If you can tell, there's no fish. I have the devil scorpion and the spotted scorpion fish are hiding somewhere over here. They lived. Pretty bad thing to be able to say, I guess, out front in the beginning of the video, but you know, we're just being upfront about this. So I recently went through what I can only assume to be brooklynella hostilis. It is a tiny little microorganism that feeds on the slime coat of the fish, eventually feeding on the filament little eyeballs and the fins, and it erodes away and allows for ick to attach. Oh, it's been a messy week, people. Let's take a look at the 90. So with brooklynella, it does not target the biological atmosphere of the aquarium, it does not target the coral, it does not target the invertebrates. So I did lose most of the fish in 72 hours. It's pretty fast acting because as it takes down the immune system of the fish, it allows for just about anything else to join along with it, being bacterial or fungal infections, and it just makes it that much quicker to take down the fish. So, tank-wise, it looks good. Fish-wise, we're a little short. The cockatoo wasp-fish and the dwarf fuzzy were taken out and put into quarantine. The long green hair algae I had in the previous video that I wanted out of the aquarium is no longer existent, so I guess I've done some good, but we'll see how it ends up looking when we get some more life added to the aquarium. My Aiptasia's kind of popping up here at this point, but there's only a few polyps, so I'm sure I'll end up swapping from attacking hair algae to attacking Aiptasia anemones. The left side of the tank, we do have the two scorpions, which stayed throughout the brooklynella experience, but with more of a textured body. Like I said, it didn't seem like they were main targets, only exposing their eyes, really. The long spine urchin, gotta go. A little too big. A little too big. He's eating the rest of my xenia. He's poking the fish. It's just too big of an urchin for the size that it is inside the aquarium. So that's perfectly fine, but we don't want to leave on a sad note, of course. So we've given it some more time. We're now looking at the aquarium at the most recent time, within the last week here. I've disappeared to Florida and come on back. We have a miscellaneous ghost crab that I've never seen, and I don't know what it is. Freshly collected, of course. It's still looking good. I think my lights were a little too bright, so I've dimmed them down a little bit. My torch coral's a little bit bleached out, but I also wonder if it's got anything to do with my calcium levels, so I've been trying to lower those slowly. My torches, my frog spawns, the Recordia, the mushrooms, and of course my Aiptasia anemones have gone nuts. I've got a bunch of them living in with my little feather duster colony here, so I will be working on those next, I guess. But as you can still see, that algae has gone way down. I still see some green coloring coming in, so we'll have to work on the nitrate level. My cockatoo waspfish went in after about 30 days of sitting in hyposalinity, which seemed to be hardy enough to be able to make it through everything. The dwarf fuzzy was also with him inside the same treatment. So both of them sat in 1.012 specific gravity for your salt water there. They sat in hyposalinity for about 30 days. It cleared up after about 20, so I gave them the extra 10 just to be sure, but fed separately from the aquarium and kept in only about 4 to 5 gallons to make it easy to be able to treat and regulate. The scorpions are still doing perfectly fine. You have the devil scorpion up front with a spotted scorpion on in the back. Best friends inside the aquarium. They're currently eating pellets. There's a conch underneath that devil scorpion as well. My turbo snail sitting there, and the rhinopius shrunk. I know I'm not funny. After watching my rhinopius pass, I had to replace him, so another opportunity came up, and I jumped on it to get another. I have a new addition hiding on the left side of this tank here. It is the Condi anemone, or the Condylactis anemone. I know he is perfectly safe, healthy as far as collection goes. He's been eating, but he moves constantly. He was sitting over by the zinnia and the toadstool before and looked pretty good. He's a deep purple, but he's just not happy yet. We'll see about lowering those calcium levels a little bit more if that's going to improve anything, but the toadstools are definitely a lot happier, and the zinnia seems to be coming back a little bit after having the long spine pick on him for so long. So I think we're going up from here. I've got everything set up into a quarantine before I actually add it to the main system and end up ruining everything again and making me so sad because I still have no idea where the brooklynella came from. But my red-eye Hawaiian lionfish is a new addition. Not really out much. We'll end up getting him in a later video, I'm sure. He sat in quarantine for a 30-day period as well and then was added to the aquarium, doing perfectly fine. He's just a little bit too shy. So we're working with things. We're bringing it on back. We're bumping up the collection, but it's going to be a slower progress this time, so we're not taking too many steps back. But the tank's looking beautiful. Things are looking good again, and I hope to continue it this way. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for part 5 when we tune in next time, and I will see you all next time.